Hello, everybody. So this lesson is being done during springtime. So it just occurred, our spring recital recently. So I'm going to actually pick some music today for this lesson out of my master folder that I made for the recital. And I may flip around and look at more than one song, but what I'd like to do is educate you today on the different tone qualities, different sounds that different instruments can make on the chords. Why is that important? Because many of you play an instrument, many of you sing as you play, and some of you sing and you haven't thought about playing. Or maybe your goal is to be able to sing and play. I'm learning too as I go that instruments have different sounds, and some songs are better suited to different instruments, just for the feel you have at the moment. Most all of you have seen this instrument. This is a ukulele. This is a concert size ukulele. C, G, E, A are the names of the note strings, the open strings. Sometimes we will say to remember that green cows eat apples. So those are the strings. And how I change the sound if you don't play this instrument is with the other hand. This is my left hand. If you're watching the video, the right hand is doing the strumming. The left hand changes the notes. And all you do is press the string down and it changes the note. Or it changes the chord. It changes the chord. So that's the ukulele. I'm going to look at one of the songs that a student named Risen sang at the recital first. A familiar song to many of you, and a good song. It's called He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, and I'm showing you that copy of it just in case you need a screenshot, or you say, Miss Beth, I heard that on that lesson. I really would like to have a copy of that and learn that song myself. Now, you can do the chords on the piano. Those of you that are piano students, absolutely. You can do the chords with one hand, melody with the other, or the chords. You can play them all at once, or arpeggio, which I'm going to also show some of these instruments. And that can give your song a variety of sounds, too. Our first chord on ukulele for this key is D. We are in the key of D. And, of course, I can change what strum I do. That also changes the mood of the song. But this is kind of a happy song. You need D. For this song, you need A7, which is a one-finger chord on this instrument. So this or this, I think that's all you need in this song on this version. He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 You could also make it sound, I don't know this. Sometimes people like this sound. He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 What did I do? I just did the same thing with my left hand, but instead of strumming everything at the same time, down or up, I just did each note one at a time. I didn't even do them in particular order. What is that called? That's called finger picking, because you're picking the strings with your fingers. Or I would say the musical term for that is arpeggiation, arpeggios, which on the piano would be you doing, if you have the 1, 3, 5 chord, boom, which is how you do that, first, third, fifth finger, doing them one at a time. Dun, 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 dun. That kind of thing. I don't have a piano in this room right now, so I'm not going to demonstrate on piano. But let me use another instrument that you probably recognize, the guitar. This is actually my favorite guitar, the guitar I played at the recital. It's a great instrument. It is similar and different from the ukulele. Strings are made out of a different material. You can sing the very same song, though, with either instrument. It just will give it a different sound. These chord shapes are different because the string names are different and there are more strings. This is a 6-string guitar, so with our strings, like I said, green cows eat apples over there. This is here's my saying, elephants and donkeys grow big ears. I know. And of course, I came up with that, yeah. So we have D on this instrument. R, we have A7. All right, so if I were to play that same thing that I played on the ukulele, it would sound something like this. I'll even use the same strum pattern. Ready? He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 I know I'm sounding a little like a man this week. It's all allergies in my throat. If your throat ever gets cloggy like this, I highly recommend, which I didn't do this before the video, warm tea with lemon in it. You can have a little bit of honey in it, something like that. You don't want sugar. It clogs you up. Sorry. But if you do that with tea, it does help kind of clear everything out, and you'll feel a lot better. So D, A7, D. That's how it sounds on this instrument. Now, let me show you the instrument I wanted to show you that I've been holding out on. So I just got this instrument, and I started playing this instrument, this new instrument, when I was today years old. So this is a new to me instrument. And to play it, I have to have these little picks. Now, I know I've got some picks also that are, I'm just going to put these two on. These are just those little finger type picks, plastic, like guitar pick, right? It is guitar pick. This is thumb pick, this finger pick, for picking. This instrument you do have to use picks for, but they also use metal picks with this instrument, which I think is the preferred method. Like I said, I'm today years old. We all can learn something new today. So here's the new instrument I'm going to show you. See? It's called the auto harp. And it kind of reminds me when you look at it, there's a lot of strings. It reminds me of when you look inside of a piano. If you lift the lid on a piano, it's got all these strings, in it. This is very similar to that, only it's this big. And for me to change the chord notes, here are the chords that this instrument can play. Woo! You press it down. Now, to make the sound, you go across it with the pick, or you go up. It's kind of strange, isn't it? But when you play like what we've got here. Okay, so this has D, right? And then what was the other chord? A7. D and A7. So here's the D chord. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the A7 whole world in his hands. He's got the whole, I'm still learning, whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. See, if I would utilize, I gotta make sure I press down the button all the way. And I can play all through here. And then here's A7. He's got the whole world. Oh, I lifted up early. See, it made a weird sound then because I lifted up. But that's kind of how this instrument works. So far, I've had a lot of fun with it. You hold it. It has like more than one way to do it. You can set it on a table, I know. But you see a lot of people playing it, either holding it standing up, which I guess they'd hold it, in the crook of their arm or something, because you're strumming and doing this. You'd have to be able to press these and do this. Or you're sitting down. I think sitting down may be the way to go because you can prop it on your lap and play it. And then at this angle, I can see vaguely where the chords are, and play the song, which makes it pretty neat. Now, there are a lot of strings to tune on this, so if you end up saying, hey, I want to try some auto harp, be ready, because you may have to tune it And if you do, you're going to have a little bit of work there for a bit, but then it'll be okay. Then it will be just fine. Hey, let's look at another song. What do we want to look at besides that? I don't know. I've got a lot of songs in here. Here's another good song you could use at church. Really, this song could be, this instrument, any of these instruments could play any of these tunes. Hey, as a matter of fact, I'll let you pick the next song, maybe at your next lesson, and I might have this with me so you can hear how your song sounds like being chorded out on all the instruments I have in the room that particular day. Maybe I'll have the auto harp, maybe I won't. It's another case to carry in the building, but it's an interesting instrument. Have a wonderful week.